All right, welcome back to the other week of weekly analysis. Just want to talk about a little bit on the DXY first, as usual. So right now we are trading our weekly and our monthly. We are trading our DXY in the monthly fair value. Whether or not we want to see a bearish continuation, it really depends on how it reacts over here. We have about 10 days left in this month. So that will really give us the indication whether it will go higher or maybe go back down to the lower yearly fair value. On a monthly basis wise, we took out the sell side liquidity, and with the last candle here, it did not close below that, and that means that it will seek the liquidity over here. Eventually, it did. There are multiple weekly fair value created. It's just breakaway gap. Right now, it's just bullish until we really see it's not. On the daily basis, it reacted out perfectly. There's a daily fair value. If we zoom down to 1 hour, we actually see this price um taken out last week, not last week actually, like last Thursday. Last Thursday low created probably 4 hours, I think. So no, there's no 4 hours. So created a 1 hour fair value gap. There are two. One is here. Another one is on top of it. You can see that during London session, it took out the high, come back down again, and it did not close below this low. That's very crucial. If we want to see a bearish order flow, we want to see whether the price closed below it, or even more if it closed below this fair value, but it did not. So if we zoom out to M15, this is during Q zone. We know that 9:30 is market open for stock market. So what it did was to plunge down into this M15 fair value. You can use this candle as the stop loss. I would usually target 2R, but if you have a better confluence that this is going to go higher, or if it's worth your risk, feel free to do so. Whenever the price hit this area, you should be able to go break even. That will back you about 4.4R, but no one really trade like DXY directly, but just for you to take a confluence whereby if DXY is bullish or bearish, and you can trade the other major pairs. The other one that I want to talk about is this euro dollar. So in the group, in the society, basically I marked it out this long. I know that I marked it out this long. We have a 4 hours fair value. We have daily fair value at the top. I thought that all these are building up the buy side liquidity. So we had a good candle closure at this 9 a.m. And then when I go to 1 hour, we actually see this 1 hour fair value. So I was taking a long here and it got stopped out. But when I try to revisit the whole analysis again, you can see that price actually took out the buy side liquidity over here on a 1 hour time frame and created M15 fair value, and it wicked right into the M15, and here it goes. So basically this is like 8R, 9R maybe, 8R with the spread. Eventually you can target this as the first TP level, and you can hold to this sell side liquidity, and last external range low, ERL. That will give you about 8R. So this actually correlates to DXY strength. DXY was bullish this morning. So this would be the um basically the good shot on Euro USD. So I did some of the analysis myself before I actually did this recording. I just want to talk about a little bit on the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. I think we are going to head down a little bit for this week. If it's not going sideways for the next 1 or 2 days, I think we might be able to see a good move down to weekly fair value. Reason because we had a daily closure at this kind of candle last Friday. On even on 4 hour wise, we had a market structure shift. There's no fair value, I think, or maybe there is a very tiny one over here. So price wicked into this. I think we're going to see lower, and then took out buy side liquidity, market structure shift, created a 4 hour fair value. I think we're going to head down lower, at least to this sell side liquidity. Swiss franc, JPY, it's giving no chance. I think we are going to miss this. So I'm going to take this out from our watch list. Basically, it's just 4 hour fair value, first tab, second tab, and this was created on Thursday, I think, Thursday midnight. And as you can see, if we were to enter here on the Friday, it doesn't seem very convincing because there was no 1 hour fair value. So what it did was to take out last Thursday low, and then it break up from there. Unfortunately, no entry given at this point. So it's just part of the game. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Well, I marked this out yesterday, so I'm still waiting for it to have a really good market shift in terms of 1 hour or maybe 4 hours. Still waiting. So I'm gonna see how it goes later in the Tokyo session. At this moment, it's still making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher until we change in the order flow. I will take a shot. So this is looking good. I took a long on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc last night. I was aware of this Aussie dollar Swiss franc that the high was taken. Um, and it was a weak, so weak does the damage. But I still took the long because it really like fill all my requirements. Basically, I want to show you on my screen here. So it took out this sell side liquidity, created a 1 hour fair value gap. Was thinking to have a second tap into the 1 hour fair value and then up to the day, sorry, yeah, to the weekly fair value, but it just didn't happen. It just means that the NZD and the AUD was in fact on the SMT divergence, whereby the AUD Swiss franc took out the high, but New Zealand Swiss franc did not took out the high here. So that means New Zealand dollar would be a little bit weaker. I'm gonna delete all this. So yeah, so right now I'm gonna watch for short for this one, just because that on a as you can see here, we're looking to the daily fair value. Looks like we're gonna go lower, at least to this low. So I'm gonna watch for some reaction to see whether price really give um retracement back to the premium, overlapping with the swing high together with the fair value, and we take a shot. So Euro, Aussie dollar, well, take a lot of buy side liquidity. Um, but this candle itself, it seems like it's gonna disrespect the bearish fair value, but I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait. If we really have a good market structure shift after this buy side liquidity being taken, we might get a chance short. So still waiting. I have already talked about the euro dollar, so I'm gonna skip that. This is just, I don't know why I flag this, but I'm gonna remove this. Oh, New Zealand dollar. I think this is going a little bit bullish. I think so. But whether it will take tag this ERL, I'm not too sure because there's still monthly fair value at the bottom. Okay, daily wise, I want to see price to come down back to this weekly fair value and then having market structure shift, creating a new imbalance, and then we'll take it from there. Same thing for dollar cat. Looks like we have created a large bearish fair value. A lot of people are shorting here, but price created a huge fair value on the right side. We just have to focus on the most recent market structure. We don't have to zoom all the way back here because it's just giving no indication to us what we're going to trade. So we just need to wait now to see whether this candle itself close much stronger or this new fair value being created. As far as I know, I think there are a couple of cat news going on this week. So yeah, we have like Wednesday cat news. We have also on the Friday. Not too much of dollar news this week, but a lot of them are actually cat, euro, and pound. So I think it's gonna be a good week for the euro and pound. Um, so we can watch out from there. Before we end the call, I think I can also cover a little bit on crypto. So we made a higher high on the weekly candle. Hopefully this week candle stays this way. So it will have a new fair value created on weekly basis. So technically wise, this will be the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And last week, daily candle wise, it swept out all the sell side liquidity and then it created a new daily fair value. I was actually wanting because I thought that crypto would prefer to have the order block filled rather than just the fair value. So I actually put my entry at this order block, but eventually it did not get filled. But if you use this monthly, sorry, the daily fair value wise, it would have filled. I think right now price is going to this buy side liquidity. It's gonna go in anyway. I do believe that it's gonna go just because that this high did not create a new low. I mean it created a new low, but it's just not a displacement down. Instead, it wicked out all this and then created a good green candle over here on a monthly basis. And then from there, it created higher low, higher high. So I would expect to have a higher low created and then continuation to the upside. Nothing much on Ethereum, still ranging. So if you want to long, please go ahead and long Bitcoin instead of Ethereum. That's my take. That's pretty much what I have for this week. To be honest, like Forex is pretty dry right now. It's just either ranging or maybe one direction kind of movement. So we have to be patient. We have to wait for that one trade to happen so that we can capture a good win in order to secure some profit. I'll still ping in the group. If there's any questions, please ask in the chat, and we'll see you there. Thank you.